Hey world, what's going on? MissV here from Authentic Vibrations. What is up? Hope that everyone is having an awesome Saturday. Just got back from a vigorous walk. It was fantastic. Hope everyone else is getting some fresh air out there again today too. Went into a meditation prior to turning on this video, and they asked me to pull from Psychic Tarot of the Heart, Wisdom of the Hidden Realm, the Angel Oracle, and then they asked me to finish off with the Angels of Abundance. So they're asking for Wisdom of Hidden Realms to be used first today. So we are going to get right into it. Anyone that's looking for insight coaching, healing sessions, or readings, all of the information will be in the link below. This is a collective conscious reading. So it is general. If you would like a personal one, please make sure to book. I hope that these messages resonate with you. If they do, please go ahead and click like and subscribe. I'm just starting out with this journey, doing the whole online readings and insight coachings and healing sessions. So if you are interested in the spring special that's going on until June 1st, that information is also in the link below. All right, we got one popping out so far from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Let's see if there's anything else that they would like to say from this. I'm feeling like there's still either one or two more cards coming out. So there it is. All right, we have got Sisters of the Seasons that is standing over us in this read, and we also have the King Eagle. So these are the two of the themes of this card. So Sisters of the Seasons is about the cycle of growth, natural law, and divine order. The Eagle King is about the big picture and angelic help. That is a pretty fantastic way to start our reading. Two totally power cards to be able to support this reading. So let's get into it from Psychic Tarot of the Heart and see what they have to say. They're just flying out here. There's a lot of people that are feeling the big shift happening. It's almost like the beginning of the year was a slow start for a lot of people. There was still, excuse me, a lot of sifting and sorting that needed to take place. And now that we are full tilt in the Aries season, it seems like there is a lot of people that are finally finding their footing, finding their grounding. The clarity is coming forward. There's lots of people that are starting to remember what they want, what they don't want, what they'll tolerate, what they won't tolerate. They're reassessing their boundaries. It's really, really beautiful to see how many people are starting to remember who they are. It's really awesome and exciting. So great work to everyone that is doing that work. The way that I read cards is that I lay them out on the table, and then I look at the cards, see what the angels would like me to do with the cards, if they would like me to move anything around to be able to relay the message that they would like to say today. So I'm just going to take a minute with these for there's 5 of them that came out, so, or sorry, 6 of them that came out. So I'm just going to sit with them for 1 minute, see if they need any moving around, and to receive the message that they would like for me to channel today. A lot of the same themes have been coming up over the last couple of reads, actually. It seems to be that the collective conscious is really going through this space of embracing this new beginning that we're all going through in order for them to really be able to gain an understanding of where they're at right now in life. Who have they become over the last few years? So it is pretty awesome. So I'm getting a couple of different feelings right now. The first collective that I'm speaking to right now is saying embrace the time of rest and reconsideration. Take time for yourself. I'm seeing people going for walks. I'm seeing people kind of just sitting in nature, sitting outside in the sun, taking the opportunity to really just ground themselves but in a peaceful way, in order to really feel the rest and relaxation that they're requiring at this time, in order to really be able to assimilate all of the changes that they have been going through. What I'm hearing is that while you take the time to rest, you can truly embrace all of the new things that you're being asked to reconsider, in order for you to be able to move forward in your journey the way that will serve your highest good. So what I'm also hearing is that as you embrace this time to take rest and reconsideration, that you're going to find the clarity of belief. What I'm actually feeling and sensing right now is like a lot of people just taking out the trash, putting away all of the things that no longer matter, deleting all the things out of their space, clearing their space, just allowing themselves to really let go of the old energy that has been still lingering through this year, in order to truly embrace all of these things that you have become clear on, okay? Your dedicated efforts and choice to wanting to actually move forward in your life is being recognized. The angels are here supporting you. There is assistance that is by your side. It is the cycles of growth that we are all going through on this planet right now. So they're just reminding you that all of your dedicated efforts to really do this rest and reconsideration is coming to fruition now. We're really starting to get into the place where things are starting to come together at a different pace. So what they're asking is to just please remember to share the love with yourself and with others. It's the sense that I'm getting for another collective right now is that there's a lot of people that are able now to see the big picture in a different way. They're recognizing the divine order and the natural law of things, really bringing forward clarity in their lives, in order for them to be able to embrace all of the different things that they are seeing come together because of their dedicated efforts to really push through the hardships that they've went through over the last couple of years, but to still believe in the hope and the faith that was required in order for them to come to this space where they now deserve a break, to just take a rest and to really allow for everything to change internally, so that the external world can continue matching all of the dedicated efforts that you are seeing come to fruition at this time, okay? They are asking me to go into the archangels. These are Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Let's see what they have to add to our spread today. All spirit guides in the temples of love, light, truth, power, and abundance, please bless us with the clarity in which you want us to pay attention to here and now today. We ask you to please bless this reading with the accuracy and clarity that will be able to provide us with the insight that we need at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. All right, let's see what they are adding to our read. That's awesome. Okay, so the first feeling that I'm really getting goes back to exactly what we were just talking about how there's so many people that are really going through the cycle of growth right now. They are asking for us to prioritize what it is that we are coming into the understanding of. So our clarity of belief. Allowing for ourselves to really, the sense is, it's almost as though there's some people that are kind of still sitting on the fence. They're in this rest and reconsideration right now. They're still sitting on the fence as to whether or not they want to move forward in the new, or if they want to stay back in the old. I'm feeling like a little bit of a pull. I'm seeing kind of like the tug of war kind of feeling. And they're just really asking you for you to prioritize your own growth cycle. So it's almost like I'm seeing, there's relationships out there that the dedicated efforts are no longer being met at the same level as they used to. So we're trying to share the love, but it's no longer matching on the same frequency, because there's an evolution of self that's taken place. Now, the cool part is that sometimes in partnerships, if we're going through this and we're recognizing that we need to prioritize ourselves and what it is that we are recognizing that we need to do, what clarity it is that we are actually gaining, sometimes we just got to start doing us and really not put the relationship in the back burner, but just allow for the relationship to grow naturally, almost like giving yourself the time and space to prioritize yourself in order for you to really go through the growth and expansion that you're going through, and allow for your partner to go through theirs as well. So sometimes if the frequencies feel a little bit off, all we need is the timing to be able to kind of reprioritize our focus and put ourselves first, so that we give our partner the space to also choose to do the same. Sometimes in partnership they do, and sometimes they don't, right? That's just a part of reality. But only you know in your heart of your heart whether or not this relationship and these situations, because it doesn't even just have to be a relationship. It could also be work. It could be different things going on with family. It could be different things going on with friends. Whatever it is that resonates with you, you just have to remember that right now, because you are going through your own growth cycle of your own new elevated spiritual understanding, that you deserve to prioritize yourself. I'm hearing that you know what to do. Like, you know what it is that you could be doing differently in your space right now in order for you to really prioritize things differently. Again, that doesn't mean leaving a relationship unless it's abusive or really low vibration or toxic. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, it really does come down to, you know what that you could do in your own routine in order for you to be able to be prioritizing yourself more. So for example, let's say that you've been wanting to work out, but you're not going to work out because you're sitting on your couch with your boyfriend watching Netflix or playing video games or just sitting around with their friends. It's like, give yourself the opportunity to prioritize putting yourself first for that hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, however long you want to go and do you, and then come back to things. Sometimes it lets yourself spice up life all over again, right? And it also gives our partners motivation to spice up their life a little bit differently too. So it can really be a benefit to everyone involved. But I'm really hearing that you already know what to do in order to be able to prioritize, because you are going through your own spiritual understanding. You are getting insight. You are receiving kind of prompts. Go and do this or go do that. Maybe it's spend more time with some of your girlfriends or your other friends or your family members instead of just being in the dynamic all the time. Just to kind of refresh things, right? One of the things that often happens in relationships is we become a little bit stagnant as we just sit around with our partners. We kind of like block out the rest of life, but then the partnership becomes a little bit stagnant because it becomes a little bit too interconnected, and there's nothing really to talk about then if you're always just sitting around with each other instead of going out and actually bringing home things to be able to talk about. So that is for one side of the collective. There are some people that are going through their cycle of growth. They are somewhat gaining a clarity. They are reconsidering what it is that would be helpful in their life to be able to embrace now. And the angels for this collective is saying that there are people, spirit guides, spirit tribes around you to comfort you in the moments that you're recognizing that there's a lot of healing in certain areas to do. Excuse me. And just to remember that there is angelic help that's here and available for you. So it's almost like I'm sensing that there's some people in this collective that are really feeling heavy burdens on their heart, realizing that they're going to actually have to let go of certain things that they have committed to or that they've had in their life long standing. They're recognizing through this rest and reflection time, that there's a lot of stuff in their life that's no longer on the same frequency, and that they are gonna have to move forward. But there's like a really heavy heart because they have been together and intermersed with this group of people or this person or these things or these places for quite some time. And now though that they're going through this clarity, they're really starting to recognize that they've put themselves in this position for far too long, and that it's time to start making some moves, time to prioritize themselves different, time to prioritize what it is that they need, want, desire. Yeah, everything is just like changing. It's like I'm seeing a new blank canvas in front of people, and there's some people that are almost like in that anxiety of like, oh my God, I don't know what to do now that the canvas is blank, but I know I want a new story. I don't want to live in the old story anymore. It's like people that are moving forward from, it could be addictions. It could be just negative habits that they've had in their life that are no longer serving a purpose. And they're really starting to get solid and clear inside that it's no longer serving a purpose. It's just not on the same frequency anymore, and that they're ready to move forward from those things. So please just remember that you definitely have angels, okay? Angelic help, the Eagle King. You have angels, spirit tribes around you, helping you with different synchronicities to help you really navigate through this space as you come into embracing knowing what it is that you need to do, okay? The other piece that I'm feeling at the moment is that there is big pictures, divine law and order. In some of these cycles of growth, there is a lot of love coming forward. There is a lot of people that are starting to come together. There's angelic help behind the scenes. The big picture is starting to come to fruition and unfold. So what I'm hearing is that there's a lot of love relationships that are coming together on a new level of spiritual understanding, and this is so exciting. There's a lot of people in life that have been waiting for a new soulmate or a twin flame to arrive. They've been doing the inside work. They've been really diligent on paying attention to themselves and working out their wounds and really doing the healing in order to be able to align with other people that are on the same page of this spiritual understanding of the space that they are. And the universe is saying that the angels have been working behind the scenes in order to bring love together, love that is on the same frequency and in divine order, in order to be able to assist the collective in raising the vibration. So they're asking you to please be open to embracing, sharing the love, okay? They're saying, your dedicated efforts to really work through the healing that you've been going through, and knowing that you would eventually end up being on a frequency with a divine partner, that you would step into a new space and really start doing that, growing together in a different way that would send, an abundance of ripples out into the universe, to really support the collective shift in masculine and divine feminine energies, so that we can start seeing love speak up louder again. We've been living in a society where, a lot of this mistrust and cheating and annulments and divorces have been taking places for far too long, and it's really about time that love stories start reappearing, right? So the divine order is saying that it is on its way, because of the amount of people on the planet that have shifted into their own spiritual understanding and are owning themselves on a level of authenticity, that there is new love that is coming forward. They're asking you to please be open to embracing this love that's coming forward, and really allow for yourself to know that these divine partnerships are completely different than any kind of divine partnership you've ever had, or any other relationship you've ever had. There are some people on this planet that have been in really beautiful divine partnerships already. They may have been karmic though, so they may have ended a little bit messy, and the heartbreak had to be worked out all over at a really, really deep level in order to be able to be ready for this divine partnership that is now on its way to you. But congratulations. your dedicated efforts in doing the healing is now attracting this divine partner into your world in order for you guys to really be able to come together as a team, really become partners on a mind, body, and soul level, and really just rock it in life, be teammates in life, but as partners, physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, all of it. Okay, so that's super exciting. Now they're asking for some angel of abundance to bless us. Angel of abundance, all of our angels in the love temples of love, light, truth, power, and abundance, please come forward and provide us with whatever it is that we need to know in this card reading tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. Okay. So the first card that came out was Take a Divinely Guided Chance. This was directly linked to me to this coming together. There's a lot of people in society that have went through so many relationships and so many different levels of growth cycles that sometimes they get a little bit fearful about being able to take that divinely guided chance, right? But I'm just really hearing that the amount of support and comfort and angelic help that is actually orchestrating the coming together of this relationship is it's truly divine. It's all in divine timing all over again, right? So we really just want to make sure that we are open and willing to taking the divinely guided chances that we see in front of us. So it's really about going with our feeling, with our senses, and allowing ourselves to be mindful if our ego is really trying to talk us out of it, right? Our ego has been pretty good at trying to protect us over time, but sometimes it works against us instead of with and for us. And so it's really up to us to really be mindful of when it tries to get a little tricky and tries to like push people away that are good for us instead of really embrace them and bring them forward. Letting go of guilt. All of a sudden, this goes back to the people that are going through the space of going through the rest and reconsideration and recognizing that they do know what they're going to have to do in moving forward. So what I'm hearing is that for that collective, they're asking you to please let go of the guilt. Please allow yourself to know that through each growth cycle that you go through, you're going to go through so many different layers of emotions, and that the number one thing that we need to do really in order for us to be able to truly heal is to be able to forgive ourselves, let go of any guilt and shame that we may have because of things that we have said or things that we have done, and really in that process of forgiveness, allow for ourselves to look at A, what did this teach me, and B, how can I utilize this information in the future to make sure that I'm aligned in my authentic truth instead of whatever it was that I did that created the guilt and the shame to begin with. Okay, so they're just really asking that you support yourself at this time, that you do recognize that there is a lot of spiritual help and support that's around you, and that they're asking you to let go of this guilt, because everything that we do in life is really in order for us to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our truths. And all of the stuff that we do can actually lead us to our truth if we're looking at how it is that we can support our process in growing. When we hold on to all of the toxic emotions and the toxic judgments that we have against each other, we really do create blockages in our lives in order for us to be able to expand and evolve into our higher understanding. But please just remember, I'm hearing them say, please just remember, everything is in divine order. So even if things happen that you're not proud of, or things happen that you don't like, or you're ashamed or feeling guilty about, just remember it's all in divine order, and it is all for the purpose of spiritual understanding and the big picture of your own evolution and the evolution of other people as well. Okay. The third card that came out of this was donations, tithing, and charitable work. One of the things, interestingly enough, that I'm hearing most right now is you know, as we gain the strength, as we come into our own spiritual understandings at a different level, as we allow ourselves to come together with other people. So, you know, spiritual understanding, coming together, sharing love, our dedicated efforts start to really come to fruition when we are prioritizing. And the universe is just saying to you right now that, you know, remember that there's a lot of angelic help. Remember that we're in the middle of growth cycles. It is all in divine order. And as things come to fruition, embrace all of the abundance that is coming your way and remember to pay it forward, right? Right now, I'm not talking about you know, tithing in terms of necessarily just having to put money towards a church or a charity, but I mean, like, go and volunteer your time, or as you're doing your spring cleaning, just get rid of any old clothes, but don't just throw them out. Bring them to somewhere that serves people with giving away clothing, a women's shelter, a youth shelter, a men's shelter, in order for the people that are requiring. You know, it's that statement that one person's trash is another man's treasure, and it really is true. And because I work in the field, you have no clue the blessings that your trash that you donate as you're evolving and growing through your own stuff and cleaning out your closets and getting rid of your old belongings, how valuable those truly are to other people. So please remember that as you're doing your spring cleaning. There's tons of programs in every city, in every single, you know, province or state across the board that has these different programs out there. So please remember, as you are getting rid of things while you do your spring cleaning, that there are other people in this world that would actually be so grateful to have what it is that you're giving away, okay? They could definitely use it. So please make your call arounds to see where it is that you could bring these in your province or states. To just make sure that you are paying it forward, okay? The other thing that I am hearing is for the people in the collective that have been doing the amazing work, doing all of your healing, please remember to also pay it forward to yourself as well. I'm seeing this collective of people that have done a really, really great job with their own rest and reconsideration. They have been really moving forward into their, own spiritual understanding. They're really embracing their cycles of growth and the big picture. They are prioritizing and they are taking the divinely guided chances. And because of their dedicated efforts, they deserve to be going out and buying themselves things that renew their wardrobe or allow for themselves to feel good about themselves as well. Just to kind of give back to yourself a little bit, whether it's a mani-pedi, a haircut, your nails done, whatever it is, you know, taking someone out for dinner, you know, buying yourself a housewarming gift, whatever that looks like. Just remember to also, you know, honor and own that you are worthy and deserving to also buy yourself something as a celebratory gift of all of the amazing work that you've done, okay? That is all for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for coming out and checking out the video. I hope you guys are having an amazing evening, and I will definitely be talking to you soon. Love you all. Bye for now.